I've been kicking on location. I am Smyrna Beach, your hostess with the mostest, and I'm so happy to be here today in Smyrna Beach at Pub 44 with my favorite British man, Tony Stevens. He's the original bass guitarist from Foghat.
Original founding member.
That's right.
And Savoy Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And as I call him Foghat Tony.
Yes, true. It's true.
So Tony, now Foghat peaked in the mid-70s with Slow Ride.
Yep.
And the album Full for the City, which I love that song.
Yeah.
And it sold 2 million copies.
Yeah.
And you left to try some other things.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I actually left to do a TV show called Rock Follies. And Rock Follies was a very, very big hit in England. It was basically about 3 girls who formed a rock band. And it's the rock business. But the thing is that had a bit of glitter on it, because obviously if you're trying to sell an hour show, you have to put a little bit of glitzy wootsy on there to sell it. So it was the 3 girls trying to make it in the rock business, and I was part of the band. There was 4 people in the band, really good musicians. The music was written by Andy Mackay from Roxy Music, and it became #1 in England, #1 TV show. We did 2 series, 2 6-episode series, hour each series, and we did 2 albums, which got to #1 in the charts. So it was a very, very big show, which was good because all my friends in America, and it went around the world, saw the show, and they said, oh, that's what he's doing.
Well, I bet you we can find it on YouTube.
You could probably, Rock Follies.
Okay.
And Rock Follies at 77, you see the 3 girls. One of the girls, Julie Covington, was in the original stage show of Evita, and I played on Evita on the album with Andrew Lloyd Webber. And she sang the original Don't Cry for Me Argentina, Julie Covington.
Well, I thought Madonna sang that.
No, she did in the film, but this was a stage production.
Well, and I know Slow Ride is your big hit, and it's 8 minutes long, 8 minutes 14 seconds long.
Story of my life.
Yeah, and you love to play that song, right?
We're going to play it tonight, yeah.
I can't wait. And it can also be seen on Guitar Hero 3, numerous movies, lots of TV shows and commercials. Now you as the founding member, do you get any...
royalties?
Yeah. So after all, you are royal.
Yeah, kind of. Lonesome Dave wrote the song, so he gets the royalties as a songwriter. But every time it's played, there's a little kind of residual that we get for it being played. We've also done a version of Slow Ride on that.
Yes.
Slow Ride.
And how can people get this?
Amazon.com.
Okay.
Leesa. Or slowride.com.
Amazon. Okay. Now I know because we've been friends. The last time I got an interview with Tony, I had to get in the jacuzzi.
Yeah, we were both semi-naked.
No, we weren't.
Well, semi-naked. We had swimsuits on.
Anyway,
clothes.
I've gotten to know Tony throughout the years, and I do know that you dated Janice Joplin. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because she was a legend like you.
Yeah. Legend like me.
I always like to get the inside scoop.
We met in San Francisco. Well, we were actually playing shows together with Savoy Brown and Janice and the Big Brother and Holding Company. And it's difficult to explain. Janice is a very, very insecure, or was a very insecure person. I mean, she just needed reassurance about her stage performance, about her persona, about her going on stage. So we clicked together. She used to come into the dressing room and sit with me and ask me, is everything going to be okay? And I'd say, yeah, don't worry. Gave her a cuddle, gave her a kiss on the cheek. She'd have a bottle of Southern Comfort, or 2. So I'm in...
Those were the days.
Yeah, I'm in the hotel room in the Landmark Inn on Franklin Avenue in Los Angeles. It's where all the groups used to stay. And I'm in the shower and I'm sharing a room with Kim Simmons from Savoy Brown. I'm in the shower and I heard the door open. I'm thinking, wait there, Kim's not like that, you know? And it was Janice. And she got into the shower with me. She was fully clothed and got in and wanted to hug me and kiss me. And anyway, we got, you know, together. I stayed with her a few times, and unfortunately she was heavily into drugs and drinking at that time. And we went out to do a double. We were coming back to play that night, but we had other shows that we had to do. And she died. You know, she OD'd. So basically,
were you guys dating when that happened?
You know, it's difficult to say dating. We were just very close friends that used to cuddle up in bed, and you know, I'm not going to go into any details of sexual nature, but we were just great mates.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, we were just great mates.
You have a way of getting women wet, like in the jacuzzi or in the shower. You get
Cut.
So anyway, now I wanna get some juice out of you because I like the inside scoop. Who was your favorite band to tour with back in the day?
I think we had a load of fun with Humble Pie, with Stevie Marriott, because he was so energetic, died too young, had a great band, had a great backing singers. The Blackberries, 3 Black Girls, were really good. I think in the Savoy, in the Foghat days, I think we did a lot of shows with Humble Pie. And I think, you know, that was the time. You know? I think they were the best at that time. I can't really think of anybody else, actually, you know.
Now, what was their big hit, Humble Pies?
30 Days in the Hole, Hot and Nasty, and 30 Days in the Hole. Some great stuff, but they were really good. I mean, I really don't think they had a massive hit like Slow Ride. This is pre-Slow Ride days. So you know, before the song came out, so we were touring with them. I mean, Kiss supported us. Aerosmith supported us in one show. We were headlining, then there was Aerosmith and Kiss opened up. So at that time we had a hit with Wanna Make Love. But I didn't really get into them until a little bit later. So I really think that, you know, at that specific time in the 70s, Humble Pie was a band.
Okay. Now, who was your least favorite band to travel with? You know, they were like a pain in the ass.
I really, you know, looking back, I think when you're young, when you're in your, you know, kind of early 20s, late teens and early 20s, just being out there, I don't think anybody gave us any crap, because everybody was in the same boat, everybody was the same age as us. So we were just happy to be out there playing, getting ripped off by management, record companies, by everybody, you know. But we didn't care because we were out there having fun. So I don't think there was a least favourite band, Leesa, you know. I really don't think. I think, you know, Humble Pie was the best because we had lots of fun with them. But I can't think of anybody that we excuse me, that we really hated or really didn't like, you know.
Well, that's good to know. Well, now what do you think about the way technology has changed throughout the years, like the young up-and-coming kids that are all doing the iTunes? I mean, do you have any advice for them from what you've learned? Because you did everything the hard way.
Yeah, we worked.
Yeah, and now everything is like...
Well, I see, you know, what makes me laugh, I see kids that go on tour for maybe 3 months and they're burnt out. You know, they say, oh, they've got to come off tour because they're too tired, or they're having a nervous breakdown, or they're leaving the band. I mean, we toured relentlessly in the days, you know. I mean, we tour after tour after tour, 6 months in the tour bus and stuff. Even in the 90s, when we all got back together again, the original band in '93, it was just crazy. It was just crazy, you know.
Now, what made you guys decide to get back together?
Rick Rubin from Def Jam Records, you know, he basically wanted to reform Foghat, and Roger and Dave at the time had 2 separate Foghats. There was Roger Ellis Foghat and Lonesome Dave's Foghat. They were fighting each other. But Dave seemed to win because he had a better band. And Dave is a frontman, Roger's just a drummer.
And see, that still happens today. Like One Direction, Zayn just left. Why can't everyone just get along?
Well, is it that? But they're saying they're too tired. You know, I mean, I don't see that. You know, I don't see that. I mean, I look at Adele. Adele had to come off the road after a year because she had throat problems. Because she really got a powerful voice. I just had a throat operation in Thailand in September last year. Because I had a polyp on the throat, which is like a growth on the vocal cord. I had to have that removed. She, I mean, with her range, you can imagine that, you know, her getting sick in that respect, we're having to have operations. Rod Stewart, Elton John, Tom Jones, even Frank Sinatra all had throat problems. Because we don't sing from our diaphragm like opera singers. We don't come up like that. We go, and we hit the high note, and that's what happens. You know, we strain the voice. It's really like a hernia of the throat. That's really what it is.
So you've been living in Thailand for the past
Couple of years, 2 years.
And you like it there, but you want to come back to Florida, right?
I like it there, but it's like Disneyland for adults.
Well, that's what I say about Vegas.
Yeah, but it's more expensive, you know. But no, it's you know, I mean, Thailand is good. Thailand is fun, it's cheap, it's cheerful, and I've got a lot of nice friends that I've made there. But it's just too much of a good thing. It really is. It's like ice cream every day.
I think what you should do is write a book about your memoirs.
I'm 30 pages into it.
You are really?
And it even makes me laugh.
Oh
it is so funny.
Because I'm telling you, I've seen pictures. He's got pictures of the Beatles when they were at an airport. I remember I told you that.
And also this one that I have one which I'm actually going to sell now and do 850 kind of like beautiful framed posters of the Beatles throwing a party for the Monkees in the Speakeasy Club in London in 1967. I was there and took the picture, and you want to see it's beautiful. So it's going to be a nice plaque and everything, and put it on eBay, Craigslist, and sell it here. So just 850. So with all the billions of people in the world, I'm sure there's 850 people that would like an original Beatles photograph signed by me.
And the book when it comes out, because I've heard some of the stories he can share. But I do have some Facebook questions you got to get you.
Okie dokie.
From one of my high school friends, Jeff Oman, he wanted to ask if you remember playing with Peter Frampton in the mid 70s. He says it was at the Kingdom in Seattle. It was the best concert he ever saw. And it was his first concert too.
What about Peter Frampton? How was he?
Well,
sorry, Jeff.
Do you remember that though? Do you remember playing with Peter Frampton?
Many times, yeah. I mean, when Peter first had his hit with "Oh, you feel like," and had his album. I mean, it was what, 13 million albums that he sold?
Yeah.
You know, amazing. Yeah, we played a lot with people like Frampton and so many people. But Peter was great. Peter was great. So, Jeff, I can't remember that far back. Because usually somebody would say, listen, I was in your 1973 concert in Detroit and I had a harmonica and I waved it in the air. Oh really? Can I remember that? What did I do yesterday? I can't remember.
Or did you catch any bras? Anyway.
And panties.
One of my neighborhood friends, Marcy Smith, wants to ask why you chose the bass guitar to play and at what age did you start?
Very, very simple. I was playing lead in a blues band when I was 13. I was playing in a pop band when I was 10. We changed, we added 2 more people, played in a blues band, 13, called the Down and Outs. And I have a picture I can show you of us, the Down and Outs. Anyway, that turned blues. Then we gave it up. I was 15. I left school, or got kicked out of school. And the band, the nucleus of the band, said we need a bass player because we've been asked to do an English version of the Monkees. So they needed a bass player. So I said okay. So we met with the director, we met with the producers and all that, and we had the band ready to go, and the producer ran off with the money. So there I am, stuck with a bass amp, a bass guitar, and so we formed a band called Zebedee, the 4 of us. And we did some gigs and around, and then I kept on playing the bass, listening, and then in late 1967, I saw an advert in the Melody Maker, which is a big London newspaper, for for bass player wanted for Savoy Brown. So I went to the audition, got the audition, and we were actually playing that night. They got me to play that night a whole 2 sets, 2 hours of blues. And through the audition, I mean, I had to go back to work. I was working at the time in a clothes shop. I had to go back to work, and I couldn't go back to work. So I had to go back to the manager and say, I'm leaving, this is my life. And that's what I did. I left and got the gig that night, played the gig. And then the next thing I know, in 1968, we were in America playing. So that was how. So I've been playing now since I was 16, and I'm 65 now, so do the math. And by the way, Mr. Earl, you are not the only existing original founding member, as you did in the Setauket or the Port Jefferson newspaper. There is another existing original member, founding member of Foghat, and that's me. So please get it right next time. You are not the last person standing. When you die, I will be the last standing, or when I die, you will be the last standing. But at the moment, there's 2 of us.
Right, and you are better looking of the 2, I must say.
I think so.
Anyway, thank you, Tony. I can't wait to see your band tonight.
It's gonna
Tony
be fun.
Stevens, Slow Ride. Pick it up at Amazon.com, you say?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And be sure to rock on, right?
Walk on.
Thanks, Tony.
Welcome, my pleasure. Thank you.